It's nice to meet you too as well. And who am I speaking with?
You're speaking with Zachary.
Okay, Zachary, it's nice to speak to you. Now, are you okay in this interview?
Yes, for sure.
Okay.
Definitely okay.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So let's get down to it, Zachary. I seen your music on Instagram. You got good music. You got skills.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And you're in New York?
No, I'm in Maryland right now in the DMV.
Oh, okay. So let me put this on speaker. So let's just get into the situation between you and Sam. But if you want to give us some information about yourself first, and then we can get into the interview, if you would like to do that first, or just want to dive into it.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm Zachary. I'm from Bowie, Maryland. It's a city, fly city. It's in Maryland. It's in the DMV. I moved to Los Angeles August 26th of 2018. And that's when, like, my journey basically into the music industry started. And that's when I started working my hardest and making things happen as much as I can. So that's really the gist. I'm 24. Pisces, birthday March 18th is coming up. That's really it, yeah.
All right, sounds good. So how did you get in contact with Sam and Egypt? What was your first initial contact with Sam?
Okay, basically how everything came about was I had a friend named Frico. He's also a musician, and I met him out here. So when I met Frico, I met Frico like June 8th, and I need to put the puppy in the cage.
No problem.
Alright, so basically, yeah, I had this friend named Frico, and I had met Frico, I'd say like in March of 2018. So I had already had the plans of going to LA, and basically I just told Frico, let's, like, you know, when I met him at the studio, recording studio. My friend, he engineers like with JIDK, few people like that. So when I met him at the studio, I met him through my cousin Twelvey, and he was a cook. So I was just like, bro, you're dope. You know what I'm saying? He looked like me, had tattoos like me. So people would call us twin. And basically how it came about, Sam and Egypt keep saying that's my blood brother. That's not my blood brother. We have no blood relation. So that's how it came about, because he looked just like me, and the way people would react to us, and his music was fire. I was like, we might as well just run with it. We're going to say we brothers. And fast forward, we flew out June 13th, landed in L.A. We went to an open mic, and when we went to the open mic event, it was a boy named Giovanni, a boy named Tyler, Sonny, my dog Sonny. That's actually Brianna's ex. Sonny was there, and Sam, but I didn't know who nobody was. I never watched the show, like, and that's no shade to the show. To this day, I never seen one single episode of Growing Up Hip Hop. So I don't know where you got the clout chasing from, because I've never seen a single episode. But we did the open mic. Sam ended up liking what he heard. Sonny and all them liked it. We ended up going to the crib. It was a rooftop party. That's when Sam, the video I showed you, Sam doing the blood walk, bro, kept telling me he was a blood for whatever fucking reason. And fast forward, me and Twin moved to Sacramento. So when we went to Sacramento, we was in Sacramento till like August 26th. Sam had already given me his number, so we stayed in contact. And then Sam was just like, he wanted to manage me, this, that, and the third. I was dope. My music was fire. So I was like, shit, this opportunity. Let's go. We bought a flight, like, I'd say August 24th, because Sam called us. We were out August 26th. We went to LA, one-way ticket. We didn't even bring no clothes, one bag. So like because that came about because, like, when we went to the airport to go to LA from Sacramento, they basically told us our flight came with no bag. We really had nothing at the time, so we just took everything, bought an overnight flight to LA. We like, fuck this, we about to go now, this opportunity. So when the lady told us that we couldn't bring our bag, it wasn't enough room and stuff. Play some music, right, but you could cut it down. So when the lady told us it wasn't some music, it wasn't no room for us to bring our bag and stuff. So we just left our clothes. Landed in LA. That's when Sam texted me. He sent me an address. He was like, "Don't tell nobody where it's at." I didn't know that this studio would be Atlantic Record. So me and Twin, he told us get 2 bottles of Henny. We went and got 2 bottles of Henny, some apple juice. That's when we went to the studio. We pull up. It's in North Hollywood. I'm not going to give the direct address, but it's in North Hollywood. It's like around like Cleon Ave at the Art District. Basically, we pull up. We realize it's Atlantic. Dang. So now we meet. That's when we met Donald Caldwell, who ended up becoming like my former manager. He was my first manager in LA. Well, he was my second because I guess Sam technically was my first. So when I met Donald, Sam and me and Twin, we did some features with Sam. After that, we went to the crib. Sam never mentioned like no paying to stay with him or none of that. He was just like, I'm a manager, y'all gonna blow, like this shit gonna blow. I'm gonna be behind y'all, we gonna put the stamp on it. But when I met Sam, like in my mind, when I met him, he had told me he had a label named Wavy Gang. And he had told us like he worked hard, that was his crib, his bands, his whip, all that shit. And when we pulled up, I ain't think nothing of it. Fuck, it was on Hollywood Boulevard with a damn Walk of Fame at. So we overlooking the view, we seeing those damn stars, like people walking on the Walk of Fame, goddamn mansions. We like, oh yeah, this nigga it. Like, you know what I'm saying? We with a late, so we about to blow. Whole time, that was a lie. We didn't find out like until the weekend. Fast forward from us doing the feature with Atlantic, we go like, I say that was August 26th. We go like September 2nd. That's when we made. That's when we was making hits. Sam was already had started showing signs of like jealousy and shit. Cause Atlantic had called Sam. Donald was like, bring the boys back. I want to make music with them and stuff. Boom. We put that into play. That's when I had met Zilla through Sam. So I told Zilla, I want you to sing with us. Sam didn't like that. Sam was trying to tell Zilla he needed to stay solo and shit. Zilla wanted to be in the Scumbag Boys, and Zilla my brother. So I'm like, let's make that happen. Me and Zilla became close. Zilla became the singer of the Scumbag Boys. It was 3 of us. Shit. Now we was recording in Atlantic. Sam, we go record at Atlantic. Come home. Sam was just like, we go to the hot tub or to the pool. Like everybody else that was staying in the crib, it was like 8 of us in that crib, like 9 of us. And they was paying Sam and Egypt and shit. Even though Egypt mom was paying for everything that I found out, everybody was paying them and shit. So that was what it was. But like, they'd go to the pool, the hot tub, whatever the fuck, and Sam wouldn't say shit about it. But me, Twin and Zilla could go to like the hot tub or the pool or the fireplace, or like they could go walk around and shit, and he wouldn't say nothing. But like if I did the shit, he'd be like, "Where you going? Why are you doing that? Oh, so all you care about is the pussy and shit like that." Like that's just like the type of like he just was showing signs of jealousy, and it was crazy. So at one point, I had stopped going out anything. I'm just writing music. Like I'm trying to make reference tracks. So whenever we go to Atlanta, I've already had some music ready for me and the boys, because I wrote most of the music. Like all that shit. I was writing choruses, verses. Like I'm thinking of schemes for the song, like what the song should be about and shit like that. And eventually, we fast forward like probably like September 14th, 16th. Brian had removed the studio from the crib. Like took the whole damn studio out, and it was to the point where like we couldn't even make music in the house. You know what I'm saying? We could not make music like in the crib. We couldn't motherfucking create nothing. Bro was just like overbearing. By the time September 16th it came around though, we was already like hosting this club, damn near hosting this club on Hollywood Boulevard. Like we had took it over to the point where we would go to the club, we'd get in damn near free security, like dapping us up, like skunk, Zach, shit like that. Like that's no exaggeration. So I would come home, like first time we went to the club, we realized we was running shit. Second time we went, we realized like our position was solidified in this club. I'd come home, I'd be like, Egypt, like you the daughter of Pepper. you should be way more popping. Like, let's really pop your shit off. You can sing and shit. Like, Sam would be like, no, that's fucking dumb. That's fucking dumb. So then I'd be like, how the fuck is, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how the fuck is this dumb? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I just didn't like that. So I'm telling Egypt, I'm like, we go to the club, you don't even have to stay for an hour. Like, I'm in there for an hour and 30, 2 hours. I just like that shit when I'm in there. Like I'm gonna hit the club. I'm a network. I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna be what I am, which is a musician. But I'm telling Egypt, like, even if you come 30 minutes, if they see that we being managed by the daughter of Pepper and like her man, and then they see your face, that's good press for you. Because then they can play your music. We cool with the DJ. Sam would be like, nah, that's dumb as fuck. That's dumb as fuck. So around while all that going on at the same time, like, he would let other dudes that were standing in the crib bring shorties in. He'd let them do whatever they wanted to do. But I bring shorties in. Like he want to talk about it all started because of bitches. That's a lie. Like, that's bullshit. Like, bro would like tweak off if I even brought a short like to the crib. Like, bro would just like say twin meet a girl and he bring her over. He wouldn't say nothing for real. But like, if I bring a girl over, I call him and all that, and I be like saying like, I met such and such. Shorty say she worked for like the studio lot out that jump. Warner. So I'm like, I'm about to bring such and such over. He'd be like, all right, cool, I'm gonna let Egypt know. Goddamn, Shorty would get there, bruh, act clueless. Now Egypt lost in the sauce. I'm smoking, my apologies. But like, now Egypt lost in the sauce, and she thinking it's something that is really not. And she thinking I'm disrespecting her, just bringing women in the crib. The whole time I hadn't let bro know. And then he talking about bitches. Like, I only brought 4 women to the house, like, ever. The whole time I was staying there at 1600 Vine. I only brought 4 women in the crib out of like 87 that I could have brought. And that's no bullshit. Meanwhile, these niggas that stand in the house, they meeting bitches at CVS, 7-Eleven. They just bringing them to the crib. I'm like, bro, that's crazy. Like, the crib got hot tub, pool, fireplace, tennis, TVs and shit. I'm like, I'm not about to just meet a girl at Burger King or Popeyes and just be like, yeah, come to 1600 Vine. Shit, the rooftop. We can get a view. But that's how Sam was trying to like twist that shit. He trying to make it seem like I was just out there joke, like wilding, and I never gang banged no bitch. Like I mean, no woman. Let's get that clear. Let's get that out of the way. He said I gang whatever the fuck. That just sound wild as fuck. I never did that ever in my life. Bro can act like he never had threesomes or some shit like that. That's normal. Everybody has threesomes. Women, men, whoever the fuck. That's cool. Like, they could do that. Don't think you can't. But that nigga's wild for saying that, because I never did that in my life, and that's on my best friend Cameron and Caden's grave. So like, while all that was going on, let's go back a little bit back. Let's backtrack. Bro, like like I was saying, bro was already showing signs of jealousy. So Donald was saying one thing. Like, Donald had introduced us to this woman named Amol and Anna Minardo. Anna Minardo and the Mall used to work for the Ravel Group. The Ravel Group, I don't know if they are still, but they were G-Eazy's management. They helped with Dre's tour management. I didn't know who they were. So Anna, Amal, Donald ended up becoming like my managers. They were molding me, basically, preparing me to like come into the industry. Sam didn't even like that shit. So Sam, I say like shit, 3 weeks in from us moving in, Sam out of nowhere, he'd be like, yeah, I can't wait to get the finder's fee. like this nigga, he's just like a weirdo. So he'd just come around and be like, yeah, they're gonna owe me a finder's fee. Like Donald's gonna manage you, and he's gonna think he's gonna be like the manager and stuff. But no, I'm gonna be the brains, and I'm gonna get in Atlantic, because we didn't know that Atlantic had like they don't fuck with Sam. We didn't know that Atlantic Records don't fuck with Sam. And like Atlantic Records don't fuck with Sam to the point that Donald had told us like Egypt went in because Atlantic wanted to fuck with Egypt. Sam had told them like he was her manager and he was behind her back trying to like run the shit, they didn't even fuck with her. And that's the whole daughter of an icon, a legend, a woman that, you know what I'm saying, I fuck with her music. That's so, when bruh say shit like, he's clout chasing because he wants to be cool with Egypt, but like he wants beef with me. Like, nah, bro, I don't respect bro. Like I found out bro was a weirdo as time went on. We're gonna get to that. But I found out bro was just somebody I couldn't respect. I fuck with Egypt because like Egypt is actually somebody. She has a legacy. You know what I'm saying? Like she has her own shit. Bro told us the Benz was his, the crib was his. I found out he drive a fucking Prius. He didn't even mention Egypt until like a weekend because Egypt was about to have a birthday party and shit. And I didn't even know that this like was Pepper's daughter. Like, nigga, I'm in the house with Pepper's daughter. Like, what the fuck? This whole time, I had no clue. So, bro, I'm thinking, bro, really like running shit. We go to the mansion. You know what I'm saying? That's when I say this like a week before the surprise party. Goddamn Pepper there. She, you know, Egypt calling her ma. I'm putting two and two together. I realized this the daughter of goddamn Pepper. So I'm still thinking like maybe he do own the car. You know, that's his crib, and he still got the label. Come to find out, he never like he didn't have the label. That's not his house. That's not his car. He don't want it. And basically like. He was just capping. Like all that shit was bogus. It was bullshit. So now we go back up. Back when I was talking about the club and all that. We go back to that time. So now we around like what, September 20th. Bro was really like now about this time I say this nigga Max. Don basically don't even know what's really going on. Don was an engineer for Atlantic. So like if bro tried to say I didn't like get out. He tried to say he closed us, fed us, all that. He never did that. Like he took us to get clothes, yes, one time. And yes, he did bring us to Atlanta. And yes, he did say he was gonna manage us. So yes, he did like plug us in, start the shit. But he did not close us, bro. He took us one time to a fucking thrift store. The shirts I got was like $7. And it was just some white t-shirts that looked like some shit that Napoleon Dynamite wore. That's why I got them. Because it was some vintage shit, some fire shit, some red shit. So and then I got one pair of jeans. The price don't matter, but he tried to make it seem like he balled out. The nigga chain broke me out. Like Egypt bought him a chain from Zara. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. That shit broke me out. Like, but Egypt talking about, oh, we got a lot of those. Like, I don't respect. Like I said in the video, I said it on camera. Like, I'm not about to argue with you. The first thing she says is, why not? Like, shorty, I'm not about to. Because I know you being manipulated, so you lost in the sauce. You don't even know what's really going on. I'm not about to argue with you because you taking smoke for a nigga who really putting you in the crossfire. That's why he kept giving the camera to her. That's why he kept trying to let her argue with me and shit. Because he a clout chaser. You know what I'm saying? I told him fight me again. I'm gonna whoop your ass again. First thing he say is, all right, we can fight. But then you say, well, no, get your clout out. So we can celebrity box. Like, nigga, I'm not about to make money with you, and I'm damn sure not about to celebrity box. I really want to whoop your ass in real life. I'm not about to whoop your ass in front of a fucking audience. Like, nigga, fuck that. Like that, you a clout chaser, but you calling me something that you are because you deflected. So now let's get back into the story. I say, like, I'm telling Twin and Zilla. By this time, I'm telling Twin and Zilla, I'm like, bro, this nigga's envious, bro. Like, this nigga's jealous. Like, this nigga's crazy as shit. He walking around dressed up as the motherfucking Joker with Joker paint and a purple leather jacket that looked like it came from the fucking movie, waking us up talking about he's trying to make 3 Batman because he about to be the villain in the game and shit like that. Like this crazy shit. So, like, around this time, Twin had a man that was, like, it's a nigga named, he a part of the music group, the producer group, the super group, 808 Mafia. His name, motherfucking Southside. So one of Southside's good men, Twin Cooler. We had bought him 1600 Vine. Like, we was about to have a meeting with him. He had like 40 beats for us. Sam sabotaged that shit. He come in. He like, what's a 808 Mafia? What's a Southside to a DJ Yella from NWA? What's a Southside to a Dr. Dre? I'm like, bro, what the fuck, bro? This a whole new era, nigga. This not the 90s, not the 80s. This is literally 2019, 18, nigga. This is what? Like, bro, no. Like, chill, bro. Anyways, he get to acting how he act. He, like Samantha, not fucking Sam. This nigga acting like a chick. Bruh, stop. 808, man, not even fucking with him. It's tension. He get up. He about to leave the crib. Twin hurt off that shit. I'm hurt. That's that. Sam sabotage it. Motherfucking. We would, like, go out and network. I'm cool with this nigga named Master Kato. He'll probably Shoreline Mafia. That's my dog. Like, if I see Kato face to face, like, you know what I'm saying? We're going to shake hands. We're gonna turn up. We're going to do us. When I was signed to Brian Shapiro, me and Master Kato, you know, he came to the party. We kicked it before. Motherfucker, we going to get to that, though. So, like, we would network. Me, Zilla, and Twin, me and the boys, we would network. We would go out. We would hit Melrose and shit. Sam used to hate that shit. Like, we would get up. I would wait because these niggas didn't even want to do it sometimes. I'm not going to lie. Zilla's still my brother to this day. He going to hear this. He going to see this. But these niggas didn't want to get up sometime and fucking go network. So I would tell these niggas, like, you know, wake y'all ass up. Like, boy, we need to get the fuck up, go to Melrose. Like, it's a pop-up. Such and such gonna be there. It's a BB Simon pop-up or some shit like that. Like, let's hit Love Big Wings. Let's go Mac it. Sam would hate that shit. This nigga Sam running around talking about I'm a clout chaser, but like, ask him, since he like to talk so fucking much, ask him, if I'm a clout chaser, how come the day he woke me and Twin up talking about get the fuck up? We have to go shoot for the show. You're going to be in a scene with me and Easy East and Lil Easy. This is going to be perfect for publicity. I literally, like everybody that live in the crib to tell you, I told this nigga, I'm not going. I don't want to do that. I'm not an actor. I'm about to go hit Melrose. Like, nigga, Designer was having a whole house party that night. So a little bitch, I was fucking a little shorty. I was from my.
Yeah, you're bad.
Yeah. So a shorty I was fucking with. She was like, she had fucked with Designer, but we was friends. So she was inviting me to like this nigga's house party. So I'm like, but I'm gonna go do that. I would rather go do that. He mad as shit. Like, if it was a cartoon, steam coming out the nigga ears type shit. Like, he was mad, flame. So he mad, talking about, see, you're just missing out on opportunities. This is what you do. Fuck shit. You think you can do everything your own way. Like by now, mind you, it's like September 23rd. Bro did not take us to no studio. When we were recording with Atlantic, if I could do everything over, the one thing I would have done is like make them niggas like sign a confidentiality with me or sign an agreement that like, this is my music, my shit, like, I need to get paid for this, but I didn't. I'm just in that motherfucker writing music, writing hits, like, and I'm just doing it. So, like we wasn't recording with Atlantic every day. We didn't go to the studio every day. It'd be like 3 days out of every week. So days we didn't go. Sam didn't take us to no studio. Sam didn't take us to no gym. Sam didn't take us to no pop-up shops. We ain't go to no concerts. We ain't even go network. Like, we ain't go to no after hours. We ain't go nowhere. Like, I get it, but by this point, off my own, like, grind, my own hustle, my own motivation, like, I became cool with security guards, personal security guards at clubs, rappers, managers of rappers, sports players, and some more shit, like, and that's in the most humble way. I'm not bragging, I'm not about to flex on nothing. I'm trying to motivate everybody who's going to listen and is currently listening. Like, I did this shit myself. He did not drive us nowhere. Even though he say he owned the bands, I know that's Egypt. He could have drove Eve's car, drove us around. We could have hit the scene. The music industry for future musicians or people that's aspiring to be whatever the fuck. And this industry is like not mainly about your talent. Your marketability is motherfucking key. So the way you look, if you look like something that the person looking at you is not doing, just won't do, don't have the drive to do, but you motivate them, that's what the fuck matter. Like, how do people gravitate to you? So, like, he didn't take us to do nothing. He didn't even put us through artist development. He didn't mold shit. He clothed us one time. He fed us twice. Every time he went out, we never went. I watched his son. That's why I sent you that video of us in the studio.
Okay, one second. I didn't receive a video of you guys in the studio or Sam dressing like doing a blood walk.
I'm gonna send you that. I sent it through the Instagram, but like.
Okay, so I'll go check it. I'll check it over there. But also, bet. This interview, everything is alleged with the interview. This is Zachary's story about what he went through at the time of his grinding in California to be in the music business, to be on the music scene, and what he did. This is allegedly, this is his opinion, and I got another question for you. When you met Sam, you knew he was on Growing Up Hip Hop, or not?
No, I didn't know that.
He didn't tell you he was. Did he tell you he was on Growing Up Hip Hop?
He didn't tell me none of that. All Sam said, word for word, was, I have a label, Wavy Gang. Like, that's mine.
That's it?
That's a pro skater right there. I'm not about to name names, but it was a pro skater that lived in the crib, young nigga. He was a friend of mine, but he stole my iPhone X, so I can't fuck with him. But he took us to a lot of other shit too. But like, yeah, that's beyond the point. When I met him, he was like, yeah, that's my young nigga. He a pro skater. I took him in. We gonna call him K. He like, yeah, K. Then he introduced me to everybody else, Gio and shit. He like, Gio sings. I run a label named Wavy Gang. I started from the ground up. You know, came from Southside Chicago. I'm a GD. Yeah, but no, he's like, I'm a blood. But he told another nigga named Sonny that he was a GD. So like, he like, I'm a blood, and you know, I fuck with your image, your music, like your vision. We're gonna run it, and that's the type of time he was on. He never mentioned Growing Up Hip Hop. He never mentioned Pepper.
Okay, what's that? Did you follow him on Instagram or anything? Did you see any of his social media?
Never met this man. Like I met him literally. I met him through God. Me and my twin. When me and twin had landed, like I said, we landed June 3rd. We landed August 20. No, we landed June 13th.
June. Okay.
The first time we landed in LA, we landed June 13th. Like I said, when me and twin landed, we were like,
yep, June 13th.
Real life, just grinding, staying in a hostel for like 5 days. I'd say like on the 6th day, we had met this nigga Sam at an open mic, and like they were preparing the event. We had just like was like, can we perform? We didn't know who nobody were. We was like, can we perform? They said, yeah, if we perform, captivated they loved it. The music was raw. After that, that's when we started building like relations with the niggas. And
what I still
have a relationship with.
What I don't get is, if he didn't tell you about Egypt, he didn't tell you about the show or Pep, how was he going to? So he just held that back because it don't make no sense if he was going to bring you to her house to live, that you was going to find out. But you was in the house with them.
Yeah. So look. Like I said, after we had met him, we went to the after party and all that after the open mic. We had moved to Sacramento with this man, with my A&R, my ex-A&R, but he's about to become my current A&R again. His name is Joseph Abrego. That's one of my best friends. So we have moved to Sacramento with Joseph. So while we was in Sacramento, that's when we had communications with Sam. But Sam had us thinking he had a label, and this just him and his girl, his son, he worked for all this shit. He never mentioned no Pepper, no none of that. But I don't think he predicted him wanting to manage us and us moving in. He didn't see that coming.
Okay.
So when it happened, he was just like, he was running with the punches, but he had to keep up the fucking lines. So then when we got in so deep, he didn't predict Atlantic calling him, telling him bring us back in for a session. Not him. They ain't asked him to come back in on Egypt. They called them and was like, can you bring the twins in? Literally, the scumbag boys. We came in. He didn't see none of that. He didn't foresee the future. He fucked up right there. He didn't see me getting this opportunity and running with it. So then.
So you're saying once he saw you get the opportunity, he wanted to move you in because he wanted to find his fee or something like that?
Nah, basically once he saw us getting the opportunity, like I told you, When he moved us in, and he saw Atlantic fucking with us. We did not know that Atlantic was not fucking with him. So he was using us as a way to infiltrate Atlantic. He was telling us, like, we're going to infiltrate the industry. This industry's fucked up. And I'm telling him, like, nah, bro, I'm trying to be a icon. Like, nigga, fuck that. I know what this industry come with, like, but I'm built for it. Like, this my shit. Like, this is what I was born to do. I'm going on the other way. He going on the other way. But I didn't know he was using us to get into Atlantic, because that's why he was like, Donald going to manage you, but I'm going to be behind the scenes. I'm the real manager. Shit like that.
So he couldn't.
He had manipulated, like, literally. Like,
so he couldn't. He couldn't get into Atlantic, but he was friends with Donald on the outside, and Donald was the engineer that was at Atlantic.
Exactly. So that's how. So off the love that Donald has for Sam, Donald was bringing Sam in, like, on his own account.
Okay.
Like he was putting himself on the line, but bringing Sam in. But then Atlantic and Donald ended up, like, loving the music I was creating and Twin was creating and Zilla was creating, to the point that they now wanted to work with us on their own regard, like, without Sam involved. And Sam, that's when jealousy came, envy came. He didn't see it as, like, I'm clearly not about to blow. My music is clearly not, it's not fire. Like, it's not fire, it's some shit. So he didn't see it as, like, this opportunity. I could be a great ass manager. I could really now I could bring my lives to life. I could make Wavy Gang a label and manage these young motherfuckers who really are innovators. Like, they motherfucking my motherfucking talent is impeccable. Like, my pen game, the way I write, like, my words, the way I can structure a sentence, like, it's motherfucking immaculate. So he didn't see it as that, and see it as, like, an opportunity to bring wealth to his own name, to where now he could bring something to the table that matches Pepper and Stretch, names like that, in Egypt, because Egypt is better than him still to this day, and she needs to realize that shit. But he didn't see it as a way for him to have his own legacy. Instead, he saw it as, why the fuck are they about to pop before me? I need to sabotage it, because that's the typical fucking saying. You did.
I'm rolling with you. The other question is, what? So Sam said he was gonna. So Sam was like your first manager, and then you moved on to Donald. The reason why you moved on to Donald is so you can get into Atlantic. Because why? What was his reason of not being your manager no more?
No. I wouldn't even say that. I say, basically, like, I moved on to Donald because I saw not only, like, an engineer, but, like, a mentor, a big brother, like, the nigga that I want when I'm famous to be beside me. Still to this day, I've been DM Don endless times. I done apologized for how shit turned out. The story gonna progress. Like, it's a lot to this shit, but I'm willing to talk about it all because motherfuckers need to know how shit really is. So, like, I just saw a lot in Don that I wanted to see in myself. So, like, and I knew if I'm gonna be a great ass musician, Don is here in Atlantic. This is the label I'm really, like, loving, and I love Warner Brothers. I'm ready to fuck with it. Let's run with it. Don was fucking with me. I was fucking with it. I had an opportunity and I ran with it. I embraced it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was already, my life been full of shortcomings that I done overcame. So I was used to trials and tribulations. So, like, this, I saw, like, my hard work coming to fruition. I'm like, fuck it, let's run with this shit. He didn't like that shit. He didn't like my personality. He told me my personality was too bright. Like, literally, word for word. He used to literally tell me I need to stop being so meek. Like, I can't even lie to y'all now. So, like, on that live, when I shed tears and I did start crying, like, it wasn't like I wasn't crying because I was scared of him or none of that shit. I was crying because, like, this is my life, but it's my passion. Like, this is my shit. I done had my music snatched from me, stolen from me, my image taken from me. I done had managers and then fucked me over. Like, I grind for this shit. I've been doing this since I was 14. Like, I love words, like English, the vocabulary, that's my shit. And I know what I went through with this nigga. And I know he was bashing my name, bashing my character, bashing who I am. And that's why I shed a tear. Cause like, nigga, I worked hard for this. Like, nigga, I'm me, bro. Like, my beyond the face tat. Bro, I'm nothing like what the fuck you may think I look like, you motherfucker. Like, fuck you, your manipulative ways and the way that you try to manipulate people's opinions. Like, that's why, how come, so look, we gonna continue the story, but let's hit a little key point. He said on the live, when we was arguing on the Instagram live, he said he beat up that dog, he beat up Zilla's dog because the dog bit his son. Where are the doctor bills for your son's bite? If your son is 3 years old and he get bit by a pit bull, tell me if I'm wrong. A pit bull is going to take, your son's going to need some sort of steps. If he's 3 or 4, a fucking full-grown pit bull bites your son. You telling me he didn't need to go to the hospital, but the dog needed to go to the vet for a broken jaw and a broken leg and a broken foot? Does that make sense? No. So, that was my thing. Like, I wanted to say that, but I was so angry that my thoughts were cloudy as fuck. All I saw was red. I wanted, to this day, I'm going to beat the shit out this man. When we see each other, fuck a gun, fuck a weapon. I say, him like I fought him the first time.
I say that you've been grinding, and you're still grinding, and there's been so many trials and tribulations that you have faced. The last thing you need to do is have any type of altercations with him or even put that on wax, because your focus is your music. Your focus is bringing up everybody. I saw one of your videos with your mom in the video. Your people, and they probably don't depend on you, but you feel like they depend on you. And you want to help them. So your career and your music has to be the number one. This is the one thing that goes wrong with rappers. And we see so many different talented rappers get locked up. I'd be like, yo, you just dropped this album, you dropped that, you got locked up. And then we have artists getting shot. That should be far from it. What is most important? People hurt people every single day. But you don't let someone that hurt you stop your vision and your focus. You know, anybody can say they're a tough guy or whatever. But you know what's really tough is when you can just isolate all that shit out and just keep going for your goal. Just like Kobe on the basketball court, making them shots, doing what you got to do so you can perfect your game. That's just my opinion, but you can keep going.
I actually agree with that. You sound like my mom. You sound like my son. You sound like my dog. Like, I actually agree with that. So thank you for saying that. But so alright, so yeah, we can erase that. I'ma fuck him up because I mean I've already done that, but I don't need to do that no more. I don't need to touch this boy because I'm gonna let my music speak for itself, my story speak for itself straight up. So he can just meet me in the music and on the mic or some shit.
On the mic.
But we get back to it. Basically, I say, fuck, where was I at? Alright, so
who was at the dog?
Okay, so yeah, the dog. Okay, so if like where are the doctor notes for that? But there is a vet because Egypt had to take the dog to the vet, and that's why I say I don't fuck with that shit. He could have told her mother everything. Her mother knows nothing for real. Fuck the script or the show. That's why I don't want to be on the show because I knew who he really is. Shit. Another point. He keep talking about women. It was a shorty that came to the crib, white girl. She was singing and shit. We was singing Marvin's Room. She was sitting on his lap and all that shit. He telling me stay up here like Egypt ass. She was here with me and shit like that. Like, but in the public, he wanted to sit up here and say like, I'm clout chasing and he don't fuck with white women and shit. But I never say you do date white women. I just say you tried to fuck a white woman. Yes. So, and I never said like nothing about half of the shit he was saying. Everything I done said, all he could say is I'm clout chasing and he fed me and clothed me. Like, bro, fuck all of that. Beyond that, what did you really do? You know what I'm saying? So now we gonna go like towards October. Let's go to when shit really started popping off that led to us becoming homeless because of some lame ass shit that he did. So like, I had a boy, my dog name, his name was Braylon. He played basketball, semi-pro and shit. So Braylon had a girl who was already like in LA, like doing hers on the grind, shit like that. I mean, of course, like with that came something to hold over Braylon's head. So I don't want to say too much, but while we was there, like at our apartment and shit, you could hear them arguing. Shorty would carry them, you know, and I'm gonna go no further than that. So one day, Shorty we were coming in because we had to go to Atlanta and shit. Like, so we were coming in to chill pregame before we go to the studio. That's when, like, I seen Shorty coming in the crib fresh from the gym with one of my other friends. He still to this day, he a pro skater. I'm not gonna say his fucking name, but like, you know, he was coming in the crib with my man Braylon Shorty. And as Braylon met, like, bro, Braylon became like a brother to me. Like, that was my dog. Like, I believed in him, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling him, like, you got to hit the league, boy. And as him being my brother, I call Braylon. And I tell Braylon, like, I just seen your girl coming in with, we could say her name was M. I'm like, I just seen your girl coming in with M. Like, it wasn't no normal shit, like how they normally work out together. Like, they were close. Like, it was closer than close. So I didn't say nothing else more than that. And I put that on everything, on God, on everything. On Cadence, on camera. Rest in peace, my brothers. That's when Braylon, like, he texted me, like, thank you, bro. His girl, we go downstairs to the fire pit. It's a fire pit, like, where you can go warm your feet up. Like, really warm your feet up, though. It'd be cold as shit at night, so you warm your feet up, you smoke. It's endless people, everybody that live in the building, like, they go there. Sam really never came down. People didn't even, people really didn't even fuck with Sam. They'd be like, bro, is a weirdo. Because bro really would, like, tell us, like, no, fuck him. Like he's just drama. Like, you don't need to be around him. But this nigga will be more successful than Sam. So, like, we went to the fire pit, and Shorty was like, she was like, yo, so you're running your fucking mouth? And I'm like, what? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, I just told Braylon what I saw, and I just let him know in case he didn't know. She's like, yo, you need to mind your fucking business, bitch. So, you know what I'm saying? Like off that, that's really how she sounds. Like, off that, I'm just like, what? So I'm like, all right, cool. Like, Shorty, whatever the fuck. Braylon already know. Like, you need to go upstairs, talk to bro. So Shorty just keep fucking talking. All I said was like, bitch, please. Kept off. Like, bitch, please. When I said that, you know, boom, that was what it was. We go to the studio. When we come back, she done fucking told security, like, I threatened her, called her a bitch, some more shit. And she really, like, lied. And because she was caught, like, fucking other niggas. Braylon is not with her to this day, but my boy is still balling and he doing him. The truth always come out the light, you know what I'm talking about? Like, it's always gonna come out. That's why I'm patient with everything. Like, I figured my time would come. Braylon texts me, he like, bro, ignore that shit. Captain save the day. Samantha wanna come down. I met my dog, we gonna say his name. He was our neighbor, he lived downstairs. We gonna say his name is motherfucking O. I'm at O House, and I'm just chilling. Like, I'm downstairs. Odin already seen everything that happened upstairs. We was in the penthouse suite. So Odin already seen everything that's been going down between Sam and us, the jealousy, like how I'm progressing. Cause I took O to the club. I brought our neighbor to the club. Our neighbor plugged in. Our neighbor does everything. I'm not about to touch on no topics, no names. I'm not Sam. I don't do that name shit. But O, just know O does everything. O is my dog, a mentor. He paid for me. He molded me. Like, he prepared me for shit like this. So I took O to the club. O saw the shit. He saw the presence I had when I was here, when I was in front of people, when I was in a VIP section. He just saw my presence, like how I didn't. No matter what star I was around, I was the star, the brightest star shining. Like, I never cared about nobody else fucking past. because my own path is goddamn the one that I've been walking. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make this one better. Like, I didn't do none of that. So Sam come downstairs. He fucking banging on the door like a chick, and he talking about, yo, you come outside, come out here. You want to call women bitches? Like literally weirdo shit. So I'm like, bro, leave, bro. He turned so on live when he talking about I jumped him. I never jumped him. My boy Zilla was there. My brother Zilla was there. So Zilla, like, in between both of us, Zilla holding the door closed. I'm like, nah, Zilla, open that shit. So me and Sam arguing through the door. Zilla opened the door. Zilla in between us, like, not trying to let us fight. Zilla, you know what I'm saying? Zilla got over the shit. He was tired. He grew tired of the shit. He moved out the way. Sam rushed towards me. I rushed towards him. He tried to swing, duck it, hit him twice. He moved down. That's when he grabbed me by my shirt. I grabbed him by his hoodie, put his hoodie over his head. I'm from the East Coast. That's like some East Coast shit. Like, put his hoodie over his head, start like just uppercutting his ass. Like, and I hit him like 3 times. O come, put him out the crib. Because, like, basically we didn't even like let him in the house. Let me retract. We didn't even let him in the house. Like, he was more so forcing the door open, so Zilla was just like, fuck it. But bro just come in the crib, so like, get the fuck out. Throw him out. But the way that he came to the crib, he need to tell the truth. The way that he came to the crib, a faggot ass security guard at 1600 Vine who literally does not work there. Oh shit! No disrespect to the LGBT community.
Yes, no disrespect.
I respect all gays, straight, trans, whatever the fuck. Love who you want to love. Let me say that. I apologize for saying what I did.
Thank you for apologizing. We love the LGBT.
Yeah. All love for the LGBT. They go through a lot of shit. I apologize for saying that deeply. Like, honestly. So I say, like, his a lame ass security guard escorted Sam downstairs to the crib and showed Sam like where O's apartment was at. And that security guard does not work there to this day. So, like, proof is in the pudding. When you check your Instagram, you're going to see the videos that I sent you. That's more proof. He said his son, he never left his son with me. I'm a weirdo, this, and third. I have his son with me. Lord man was my Lord man. He used to call me Uncle Zach. Like, that was my Lord man. I fucked with his son harder than him. His son was realer than him. And his son was only fucking 3. Like, so, fuck what he talking about. Sam came to the crib after the fight. You know what I'm saying? After the fight, security and Sam, what the fuck? I really can't remember that shit, but I know after the fight, lost the pro skater that was living in the crib with Sam and us. Hey, his ass was like, he got friends in Vegas. His friends in Vegas are not his friends in Vegas anymore, but they're my brothers in Vegas. Like, so to my dogs in Vegas, no names involved. You already know when I land, it's up, baby. Like, we be up. I fuck with you. The only name I will say is Jeremy. He used to be an A&R for Universal. That's my motherfucking, that's like an uncle to me and shit. He believed in me, gave me the boost too after he saw what I was going through with Sam. That's like a fucking uncle. So shout out Jeremy. And you know what I'm saying? Oh, you won't know who the fuck you are. But, so I go to Vegas. We went to Vegas, I'd say like we went to Vegas October 4th because we went for the week of the Conor McGregor fight when he fought Khabib. When Khabib jumped out the octagon after he beat Conor McGregor. Conor, man, you know I'm a fan of you, nigga. You disappointed me. The first fighter, I'm out there in Vegas. You fucking lose, like, so. But Khabib jumped, so we out in Vegas. Let's fast forward to when we get back from Vegas. We come back to Oak Crib. Sam pussy ass. He had put coke in our old room and like called cops. Cops come now. They come to they can't prove it's our shit, but the fact that he called them now they come to shit. Now the police searching shit. We all get detained. They end up letting us all go, but we end up banned from the apartment. How
do you know that he called the popos on y'all?
Oh, because he the same security guard that escorted him to our crib was the same security guard that was right there with the cops. And when we actually left the apartment, like after all that shit, we couldn't even get our belongings. Sam had stole my Xbox One. I couldn't get that back. He stole my goddamn Supreme jacket. I couldn't get that back. But yeah, he told me I stole from him. He has no swag. Look at my picture. Look at his. Like, what the fuck did I take from you, bro?
He said that he said that he called you and told you that you can come and get your stuff because he understands being homeless and not having clothes. And he also said that, you know, he let you guys stay back in the crib 10 days after he told you guys to leave.
That's fucking cap. But except the 10 days. 10 days after he told us to leave, that's in the midst of us getting into the fight. And then we went to Vegas after those 10 days. And in those 10 days, we ended up getting into that fight. But that first shit is
okay.
He never told us to get nothing. He never told us to get anything. He lied about that. He never called about nothing. He took my Xbox. He took my jacket. He took everybody else's belongings. So after the fight, the way I know he called the cops. He was on the balcony laughing when all of us were downstairs. This after we returned from Vegas. But just to go backwards a little bit, when we returned from Vegas is when the dog occurrence happened and he beat up the dog. We came back from Vegas. He was already mad that we left to Vegas because he was like, you need to be on the show. You need to, every time we was with him, we never went to no show, no nothing. We never did shit except hold his grocery bags, go with him to go grocery shopping. He would eat, and when he finished a plate, it'd be like 4 wings left or a little bit of fries, sloppy at his food, looking at his food, and him and Egypt would be like, yeah, you can have it. When he'd say it, then Egypt would co-sign it. He manipulated Shorty. So he'd say it, then Egypt would co-sign it, but it'd be scraps. So when we returned from Vegas, he was already on some shit. And that's when the cops came. Cops searched the shit. Cops detained us. After the cops detained us, they let us go. Once they let us go, what the fuck happened? That's when we see Sam on the balcony. That's the brink of the homeless. That's not the brink. That's the beginning of the homeless. Like that's where it's hitting us. So now we about to get into the grind, to the real, this after Sam. So now after Sam, alright, all the connects that me, Zilla, and Twin had made in LA. I'm like, alright, fellas, we're homeless, we all we got. It's the 3 of us. So now, even though we homeless, we got the drip, we got the personality, we got the music that we recorded in Atlanta. Why we homeless also? Now, because I just want to hit this one point. I have nothing against Donald Caldwell, Anna Minardo, or Mo. I have nothing against y'all. But while we were homeless, like I said, we weren't recording at Atlantic every day. We were recording at Atlantic, 4 days out of the week. When we became homeless, it became, 2 days out of the week. So, days we not recording. Thanks to our connects, we had a mansion party, we had Melrose, we in a whip with one of our rapper friends, and he flexed up, and you know what I'm saying, we still doing what we do. We still making shit happen. But in the midst of that, after the party, we still sleeping at Walgreens. After we leave Atlantic, we still going to sleep on the train. We riding the train all the way out just so we can get rest. After the motherfucking white boy meetings with Amal, Donald, and Anna, you know what I'm saying, we still going out into the streets. We fucking going into apartment buildings that's nice as fuck. And why they nice as fuck, we sleeping in the hallways, getting into arguments with security guards and shit. Our neighbors that saw us at 1600 Vine now seeing us homeless, sleeping at the Walgreens that's right across the street from me. But they don't know, they don't even know how it happened on some lame shit. Shit. So at this point, me and the boys, we homeless. We gonna fast forward. Now we going in like October. Sam want to say that he bringing up the Cardi B shit. All I'm going to say is we made a song named Out in Public September 2nd, September 6th. I got the timestamps. I got the email, the original song, and it's called Out in Public. We fell out with Atlantic finally, like I say, October 14th. Our Money by Cardi B came out October 26th. Out in Public is on Apple Music, Spotify. All you have to do is search my name. You could play Out in Public. You could play Money. I want y'all could put y'all opinion yourself. Y'all could decide if I'm right or I'm wrong. Y'all could decide what y'all believe. But you know, I influence. I just have a presence, and I'm gonna leave it at that. So now we go back to the story. We recording at Atlantic. We going to Atlantic, but I'm telling Don and Anna I don't like this shit. Anna and Donald telling us we need to get a job, hand out flyers, or work at a fast food joint, shit like that. I'm like, bro, no. Like, we're recording at an establishment that houses professional musicians. We're with two women who work for a group that houses professional musicians. You're an engineer that engineers for professional musicians. Y'all telling us we need to go through whiteboard meetings, artist development, and all that. Meanwhile, y'all saying that I myself, of me managing me, Zilla and Twin, myself taking it for myself, we done got fucking Maxo Cream number, names like we done met Master Kato, we done became cool with Cali Plug and shit like that on our own. Like, what? So my thing, when we hit heads and we became at odds, it was like, I was just saying, what are y'all waiting for? What are y'all doing? We need more weed. Okay. Yeah, let's roll up. My apologies, y'all. I'm about to roll up. But I'm saying, like, what are we doing? Like, we're homeless, bro. Let's just put you feel what I'm saying? Like,
I don't understand why, if you are over there at Atlantic 4 days a week recording, you're using their equipment, you're at their place of business, you gonna tell me they come put you guys up in a place?
Hey, and that's what I didn't understand. But now I do. But no. Actually, I didn't understand it at the time, but now I do. And that's why I said, you remember in the beginning, I said I wish I would have signed an agreement with Atlantic before I started recording. Yep. I never signed anything. So technically,
they didn't have to do anything.
Technically, we are just guests in their house.
Freelancers. You're freelancers, and at the same time, I can't prove it right now, but we will be listening to Out in Public, and we'll be listening to Money Bags, right?
No, Money by Cardi B.
Yeah, Money. And they're allegedly taking music or using what you're recording, and probably, taking maybe 4 words and add 35 words, but it gave them the flow to get a song to get a hit that could have possibly
gave them the flow, gave them the same beat tempo, the same piano keys. They gave them the same idea, and legally they could do that because I signed nothing with them. So all the music I made, it was just theirs because they lended us a studio to make music.
You was recording music on their property, so therefore they own it.
Exactly, and we signed nothing.
Yep.
We signed nothing. So while we doing all this shit and they saying it's artist development, I even started asking them, can we just sign something? I don't give a fuck what the deal is. We homeless, bro. Like, I would sign a 360, a 180. I would sign I was in a fucked up position. So I'm like, I would sign anything. My mom got lupus. My brother's schizophrenic, was hit by a car when I was 8.
Sorry to hear that.
Thank you, mom. But my mother's sister, they twins. She has lupus as well. So, like, this music shit is deeper than rap. It's deeper than me. I'm not doing it for myself. So I'm like, bro, let's just sign anything. Let's just sign something that will give us a loan. I know the money that we get is not ours. I'm not dumb. That's why I always say loan. Just give us anything that will give us a fucking loan so we can use our talents and make that shit back double, buy ourselves out of our contract, and then we can just progress. That's how I was already thinking. I'm like, we gonna use this shit, buy ourselves out of this shit, and we just gonna fucking, like, take over. So, like, And then I'm like, you know, they a little timid on it. And I'm not trying to talk down on nobody, but that's really just what this shit was. Like, I'm trying to put it in motion, but they aren't. Like,
they're not put it in motion because they feel like they didn't have to put it in motion, because if everything that allegedly, they didn't have to, because they felt like they can take what they want. And the industry has been taking music from artists, black artists, took rock and roll, took country music. So therefore, they felt like, there's no repercussions. We're going to make them work. Why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free type of situation?
And I never wanted to see it like that, because, like, I built a personal relationship with the three of them. But, like, they started saying, we butted heads and we became at odds because they said I was unruly and, I was outlandish. But all I kept telling them was, I'm not getting a fucking job. I didn't come to LA for that. If I wanted to work at McDonald's or something and go to the studio, I would still be in fucking Maryland. You know what I'm saying? I just left being managed by fucking Egypt Chris. Like, I'm not about to fucking work at McDonald's and then come to Atlanta to record and then meet with y'all just so I can have goddamn block. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
nah,
well,
fuck that.
Real quick, not to just because this is what people might say. Oh, you too good for McDonald's, then you don't eat.
And it has nothing to do with that. I'm not trying to down talk nobody's job, because you got to work and do what you need to do. But the only reason I'm saying that is because if I wanted to do that, is 80 McDonald's around where I'm at right now and at my brother's house. You know what I'm saying? Am I lying? It's 80 McDonald's around where we at right now.
And what would you say? What would you say if, people might say, well, I did it, I worked a job and then I went to the studio. I did that. Why can't you?
My child. No, I'm not trying, in the humblest way. My talents, if my talents could speak, they wouldn't approve of me doing that, because my talents deserve the most of the most in the fastest way possible. My talents speak for themselves. Like, my talent is not like theirs. So okay. Just because you did that, my talent doesn't just come with being able to rap. It comes with, I have marketability. I have the awareness to be able to take criticism, constructive criticism, negative criticism, and praise. And I know for a fact who I am. I know myself. I know I cannot be bought. Like, my dignity can't be bought. I stand for what I stand for. And I just know my talent would not approve of me. If my talent was a human, it would not approve of me working when I have the talent and the capability to be paid for my talent, because it exceeds the norm. That's why I did not work at McDonald's. I did not hand out flyers, because I knew I did not, like, if this was the X-Men, I would be at that fucking Professor X mansion, because I would be one of the mutants. Like, I just have the it factor.
I would say
that's in the humblest way.
I would say this. When Cat Williams went to California, he was homeless. He slept on the bench, and look where he's at now.
Hey, thank you, Mama. And I slept at Walgreens. I slept on the train. Matter of fact, true story, I broke in a school bus. And this was, we were sleeping at goddamn Veggie Grill, because Veggie Grill had Wi-Fi. I broke into a school bus and goddamn got woken up by the bus driver at like 5:30 a.m., 6 a.m. I'm telling him, like, bruh, like, I just need 30 more minutes of sleep. I gotta go record at Atlanta at like 10 a.m. He did not believe me. Bruh really, like, was like, he gave me his number. He was like, text me when you get there and I'll let you sleep. I get there, text him the video of me at Atlanta. This nigga is flabbergasted. He like, what? I'm like, bro, no, real life. Like, I'm homeless, but bro, I'm really recording at Atlanta. So, alright, now we go back to the story, Mama. Me, Zilla, and Twin, when it was the three of us, one day, you know, we gonna fast forward. Like, so October 30th came. This the last day we really had a big ass bang. Mulholland. Shout out Dirty Sons. Them niggas went nuts. Like, they went nuts. This is the second time I meet Maxo Cream. This nigga Maxo pull up in a motherfucking Sprinter van. This a Halloween party. I'm talking Mulholland Drive. You could check them timestamps. I know people remember this party because if you was there, it was fire. Fucking driveway hold. The Joe had 3 driveways. They hold 8 cars each. I'm talking like it was a vicious party. Ski Mask there. That's my dog. That's when we got his number. I had met Ski Mask back in the day, thanks to my man Trap Scheme. That's like a big brother to me. He has a group named Scheme or Die, talented individual. So I met Ski Mask back then. Fuck around, see him now. I say he remember. I didn't have to say nothing. He know. Well, he knew me. We hit it off. Like shit like that was happening. I'm telling Twin and Zilla, like, let's just grind this homeless shit out, bro. We on the way. Like, we on the way. They fucked around like 2 days, 3 days later. Like, both of them happened to meet some shorties. Zilla moved in with one shorty. Twin moved in with the other shorty. They basically like forced themselves to be in love just so they could have like a crib to stay. Once again, Zilla my brother, so when he hear this shit, like, I'm not, you know what I'm saying, I'm not talking behind your back, bro. That's how I feel. Like, they forced, because y'all not with them women to this day, y'all are not with them. So they forced themselves to be with the shorties, so they have somewhere to stay. I just felt like, I was telling them, like, bro, like, at least tell one of them, like, what we got going on, who we are, the scumbag boys and shit. Like, I'm not understanding, like, why we, you know, like, I'm still sleeping outside. Y'all sleeping in the crib. What's up? And due to that, like, they in there, I'm on my own. It's me and my little brother, my cameraman, my photographer, my videographer. When I get in LA, that's who I'm with. DK, he was 18, 17 at the time, and it was just me and little DK, and I'm telling them, like, I'm not cool with this shit, you know what I'm saying, but it is what it is, and we became at odds due to that. And now this is like, while I was homeless, this after the Halloween party, this is when I signed, this is how I met a man named Brian Shapiro, the real man who changed my motherfucking life. The individual who gave me the real opportunity to be me and shine and excel.
You know what? Before you go there with Brian, let's rewind again really quick.
Okay.
What was the question? The question was, how did the relationship with you and Donald just go awry?
Okay, Don and them wanted, in the midst of them wanting us to get a job at like McDonald's and shit like that, or just get a job just to have our own money and shit. I was telling Don and them, like, you in the mall, technically, like, as our managers, whatever the fuck, we supposed to be at least sleeping on one of y'all couches or something. Like, y'all supposed to have us in a studio all the time, even when we not in Atlantic. We supposed to, like, shoot a video. Like, we need to get you. Like, y'all, we supposed to have shit moving. We shouldn't have to pay for our own nothing.
Okay.
And I just felt like that because I just knew a manager doesn't get, like, you don't just, you know, like a manager get paid percentages, and that's like what y'all make as revenue, the total. A manager take that cut. You're supposed to make us that cut for you to take, because you're supposed to give us opportunities that we run with, and then we excel at that opportunity. Once we accept that opportunity, that's when you take the cut from what our opportunity made us. You know, like, and I used to take Zilla and Twin, like I told you, I'd wake us up and we'd just go grind. Like, they'd tell us, go fill out applications. I'd tell them, shit, nigga, motherfucking Tiger about to be at Poppy tonight, nigga. We at Poppy tonight, and I'm not gonna lie, you know, while we was recording in Atlantic, telling them shit, bro, we need to. Atlantic didn't let us sign shit. They not really, like, we homeless and shit. Let's make the most of our shit. So when we go to these clubs and shit, we dripping like we the rappers. They already think we signed. We tell them we signed with Atlantic. Boom. Once we started saying that, it was a wrap. We in everywhere. People, cause now we know names in Atlantic. Our ex-managers, Egypt and Sam. I'm not wrong for running with what the fuck was given to me. I made the most. Life gave me lemons. I made apple juice. Fuck lemonade.
Okay, yeah, so, right there with that situation, because that's one of the things that Sam did say was that you guys will be going to clubs and going to all different type of places and using Sam and Egypt's names to get in.
No. Oh. Never use their name, because with all due respect, they have no clout. They have no name to use.
Because you said that you was grinding.
I was never riding anything.
Okay.
Sam can go to Dunkin' Donuts today, and nobody in Dunkin' Donuts would know who this man is except a select few who watch We TV, and there's no shade to We TV.
That would be me.
Egypt could go to Dunkin' Donuts to get a fucking burger or something, and people would not know who they are. And that's why I was telling Egypt we need to do these appearances and use the networks that I done made and connections that I done made to boost this shit and really take off, because you're the daughter of an icon.
Okay, and that's where, and then with that. He also said, like, when you guys will party and go out all the time, and then you'll come home like at 4 or 5 whatever a.m. and then want to get in the studio and make music, and it was uncomfortable living like that. Hello?
Oh shit! I muted this phone by accident, but I said okay. Never. I said never. We would go out party, and it was never a lot. We never partied in LA. People that's in LA that's really succeeding, they gonna know I'm right when I say this. But in LA, a party is not a party. That motherfucker is a business meeting. Mm-hmm. Your business meetings might be at clubs. Your business meetings might be at a strip club. And really, when you leave the strip club, you make some guap because y'all make some shit happen straight from the strip club. But you met them at the strip club. In LA, it's nothing like we not in Oregon, nigga. So I'm not partying. I'm networking. I'm connecting, something that you not doing. And the places I was going, only reason he was so upset is because I'm getting invited places that he can't go because they would not know his face or his name. And that's what I hated the most, because he was holding her back. He still is holding her back. I'm telling Egypt, shorty, you vicious. You bad. You vicious. Your mother, icon. Your father, that nigga. Let's pop this shit off. This nigga, like, this your man, I respect what he's saying, but as your motherfucking friend, you call me your brother. Like, shorty, let's motherfucking go to Shoreline Mafia's party. And so the daughter of Pepper can be there. And when TMZ flicking them flicks, they can see you. Now people gonna go listen to your catalog, and off that, what you got now? New fame. Am I right or am I wrong?
It sounds like everything that you just said right now about, trying to get Egypt to go out to other places and use her name and have teams.
Hold on, and let me say one more thing. And when I went places, I never once said nothing about, even when I was managed by Sam in Egypt, I never once stated who my managers were. I never even mentioned.
Okay, so you didn't use...
I never even mentioned their name. I literally said, Twin Zilla and I literally said, we are artists recording with Atlantic Records. We will pull out our phone, showing videos of us recording with Atlantic. We would say we are managed by Donald Caldwell, Anna Minardo, and the Mo. After that, people, it would just be a rap. We looked the part, so people ran with it. Sam was mad because we wouldn't say his name. And so when he talking to you, he gonna say, oh, no. It was because this, that, and the third. That's why he running around trying to get every video erased from these blogs and shit, and people who really touch the culture and get views, because he don't want people to know the truth. I never said this man's name. I looked up to him at first, but when I realized who he really was, I never looked up. I looked down on him because I knew I would exceed his expectations, his talent, and my own fucking expectations, because this nigga motivated me enough off the torment that this nigga took me through. He a motherfucking sociopath, and he a liar. And that's a bold-faced lie. And that's why I be so fucking mad. Oh, yeah. He's just lying.
Okay, with that situation, so you didn't use their name to get into club, but did you leave?
Never,
leave? The business meetings that happen in LA at a certain time. Did you come back into the house with you know, and go right to the studio and start blasting music and stuff like that?
Never. Most of the time we came back, we come back like 2 a.m. Clubs in LA close at 2. So if we not going to a party, we come back in the crib by like 2:30 because we want to get some food 3 o'clock. And then we'd go straight to the motherfucking fire pit. Cut the fire pit on the smoke. He hated the fact that we went to chill. Every time we left the do time, he'd say, "Oh, y'all just care about the pussy." It's no bitches at this fire pit, bro. It's just us. And we. Like, oh, he'd say,
why would you think...
Y'all just want to... Say, no, my bad. Repeat yourself.
Why do you think that he would say it's all about the P word, it's all about that? Why would he say that to you guys?
Because he was envious. Because he was envious.
Why would he care if you guys were getting, you know?
Because he didn't want he didn't want us to be seen. He saw what publicity brought us. He saw if people saw us and people actually connected with us, they would see that we're humans. We're not TV robots. We're not personalities that care about motherfucking the public's opinion. We're not clout chasers. What else? He could see like.
Now, did you guys sign? Did you sign any paperwork with Sam or Egypt?
Never, nothing. And I wish I would have done because I have at least 12 songs with this man. So he can't tell me he didn't use my lyrics or my flow, my energy to impact his shit. I have no way to prove it, which I can admit. He like to say I lied. I've been 100 about this whole thing. I say my faults, my pros, and my cons. Because I'm cool with my flaws. My flaws made me flawless and shit.
So did you ever write for him?
No, I'm never going to say I did. You never hear those words come out that I wrote for him.
All right.
But you will always hear the words, I wrote a plethora of shit for that house.
So anybody was able to snatch from the plethora of stuff that you put out?
Exactly, because I had so much shit. Because I was also in the Scumbag Boys, a group that I created. I had so much shit, so many creations that who knows who took what from what, who inspired what from what.
Because you was just putting it all out there. Just like, you know, when Tupac got out of jail, the first thing he did was just start recording like crazy.
That's it. Hey, you just hit the nail on the head, ma. I promise you. You just hit the nail on the head. I was literally on my shit, I could bro playing Call of Duty. My apologies, bro. Getting crazy in Call of Duty right now. I'm on, but like I was on my shit. Like all I wanted to do was create, write, make new shit, and I could honestly say he did not like that. He didn't even want me to have a convo with Pepper. I would talk to Egypt, and he would ask, when me and Egypt would finish talking, he would ask her, what did he say? That's weird shit. Me and Pepper would talk. He would motherfucking not try to play our shit. He would never play our music in the house, only his. The type of music I make, I have my own genre. I have my own. Say that again? Did you ever
tell him how you felt?
Plenty of times. Man,
okay. That's
on numerous occasions. I've told him how I felt, and the fact that I was so outspoken about how I felt, and how my situation was with Atlantic, with him, with everything, how shit was, and how I felt. He wasn't showing a mentor personality. He was showing more of a dictatorship or a power trip, or like he was acting jealous. I felt like he just didn't like the fact that I was outspoken because, like I said, the pro skater that lived with us, my old friend, but he's not my friend no more. He's an associate now. He used to punch him in the face. He'd just get up, smile, shake
allegedly.
Literally. I'm not allegedly. Yes, thank you for correcting me. I appreciate you so much. But like, I'm new to this, by the way. Like, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still trying to get heard by the right ears. Like, I'm still trying to get back to what I once was when I was signed to Brian. Like, I'm new to this still, like interviews like this. So, allegedly, I'm not used to shit like that because I just know what I saw. So in my opinion, it'd be facts, but right for the public's opinion, allegedly, he would punch bro in the face. Bro would get up, shake it off, smile, and go make breakfast. Like that's real life shit. I'm seeing.
I mean, Would allegedly the punch just come from? Would it be some type of argument, some type of disagreement?
Oh no. It'd be because Sam will move motherfuckers in his house. Other housemates, we could call Zilla, we could call Tyler, we could call Gio. Other housemates would tell you, we could call Sonny, that Sam would move people in and put them in the trick bag, and then he would bring up, roll up, baby. And he would bring up like hidden fees, as if his name Verizon. He act like his first name Sprint or some shit. He'd bring up hidden fees and be like, oh yeah, you have to pay me for this, that, and the third. So like, I almost said her name. Kay. So like, Kay would like not have enough money for rent, but my young nigga was grinding. He was skating. So his sponsors, he was sponsored by Diamond Supply and shit. So like his money went back into the skateboard. He trying to build an empire. I got that. I just can't respect him on other things that I would never mention. Out of respect for other parties that's involved. But he would tell Kay like, yeah, I need 750, 800. And other people in the house would be like, bro, that's unreal because like little bro really not doing nothing except fucking a lot of I'm not gonna lie, he was having sex with a lot of
allegedly
fine women. He was allegedly having sex with a lot of fine women. And so I'm once again, no disrespect to LGBT community, but I'm not gay, and I have nothing wrong with gay people, but I'm just not that. I'm not you. So I was like, damn, bro, like you out LA, like you doing it, and, you know, but he would do that out of depression. He would leave. But
why? Hold on, real quick. Allegedly, why would you say that he was having sex with a lot of fine women? My apologies to the LGBT community, and you're not gay. Like, what are you trying to say?
I'm trying. I was saying I would praise him.
Okay.
That. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say I'm not gay. Like, I'm not about to shame him for having sex with a lot of fine women because
he did to you.
I myself would do that.
Okay.
Yeah, because I myself would do it. I'm not a hypocrite. So that's why I was saying no disrespect, because I'm not gay. Like, okay. So no disrespect to the LGBT community. I wanted to throw that out there because, like, through this interview, you taught me, like, what you fucking talking about. So, allegedly, while he was doing that, you know, I would praise him, but I understood he was doing that shit out of depression because Sam would treat this, like, I would watch Sam allegedly treat him, like, horrible. Like, allegedly, he would punch him in the face, fucking, call him names, like, torment him, hold the money over his head. He would send me to go find him, and he would get mad at me because I wouldn't threaten this little boy. He would get mad at me because I wouldn't punch this little boy. Just like he sent me to that breakfast diner, allegedly sent me to that breakfast diner, and had me press out Pepper's ex-boyfriend. I did not lay no hands on Dre, by the way.
Okay.
Me and Dre actually had a convo, and we agreed that Sam is a fucking friend. Like, I actually became cool with Dre off that, and I didn't know that Dre never burglarized Pepper's house, allegedly burglarized Pepper's house. Dre never did any of that. Dre actually had proof that he was, while Pepper was on tour, he was still mowing her grass and shit. Sam was a clown and just wanted me to do that. So after I did it, I FaceTimed Sam. Sam walk up to the breakfast diner. Sam say, "Don't tell Pepper this." Sam allegedly says, "Don't tell Pepper this because, I don't remember what he said word for word. I'm not gonna lie, but he did. But I do know it was it was the gist of it was, don't tell Pepper this because I want, her to respect me more. Basically, you feel me? And that was that.
So if he didn't steal anything or nothing like that, the reason to press him allegedly was because of what? Why did he feel a need to press him?
Oh shit.
Oh, you don't know.
No, I know.
Okay.
This is an interview. We've been real. I've been chilling. I'm vibing with you. Basically, I just don't know if I.
Okay, you know what? Then let it be.
No. It's all, I'm gonna say it, but I'm not gonna like. I'm gonna say it, but I'm not gonna like say it. Like you feel me? I tell you away from the interview what this part was, but like right now for this, I'm gonna just say Dre was out with Pep. Pep was performing and shit. Things happened between them while Dre wasn't around. Dre had his own. He felt his pride. You know, he felt he wasn't being respected. He was being toyed with, and yeah. So that was so. Then he came to the crib. They had allegedly had an argument, whatever the fuck. And you know, like this show just want to add spice. Whatever the fuck happened. But I don't know no more than that. But I know it's not what the fuck is saying. And
so you figured out that it wasn't about a burglary, allegedly.
No, Dre told her. He told us.
Oh, he told you. So you got okay. All right.
So when Dre showed us, he showed us that he was mowing her grass and stuff like that.
Okay.
Basically, why he told us he was mowing her grass and stuff like that. Hold on. My mother's asking me how did the interview go. I'm trying to tell her I'm still in it. Okay. So basically, why he was showing us the proof and shit like that, he was basically telling us like the real things that happened that made this rumor come about to save face for other names that were involved with him, so he wouldn't look, so people wouldn't see that he really was like really not wrong in this situation, because they don't want to lose fans. Nobody with fans want to do things that will make them lose fans. Okay, like, can we leave it at that?
Yep, that's perfect. And whatever happened with Wave Gang, is that a label or is that a group? Or whatever happened to that?
I never found out nothing no more than what he told me, and the 2 YouTube videos that I saw that did no more than 4,000 views. But he's so prolific and he's such the new Eminem. But yeah, you know, that shit did no more than 4,000 views. And allegedly, Zilla told me that allegedly people like producers of the show hit Zilla, and they telling Zilla like even Sam's friends are reaching out to the producers of the show, telling them how Sam is treating them in Vegas because he's so just outlandish and he's him, and that's why he yells on live. That's why he was on Ma. If you remember, Mama, he was on when we were on live. I kept commenting and I kept saying like, let me join your live. Let me join your live. I said that for about 9 minutes running. 9 minutes to like 11 minutes running. He didn't let me join to like the 13th minute. That's because he wanted to spend time manipulating people's opinions. He didn't want it to start off as people asking questions and we're answering them both at the same time, or us both talking like how you and I are talking. Everything I'm saying right now, when they hear this, they're gonna threaten you with like lawyers or whatever the fuck. Nothing. They can't sue anything. If they think I don't know the rules, I do. I was signed to Brian Shapiro and the Shapiro family. He had a subsidiary. Token Music, Candace Saver. Bro was on CNN. When I was homeless, Sam, when you hear this, when I was homeless, not only did I find myself, and not only did I find the real me, which is who people are hearing right now, not who I was on our live, because when I see you, I just cannot keep my composure. I found myself, bro, and in the midst of finding myself, I met Brian Shapiro, and I signed the greatest deal ever. No matter how it played out, I signed the greatest deal ever, because Leo, sit. Leo. Hold on, man. Because basically, it changed my life. And I was with a man who was, and I don't care about none of this shit. But since saying when it keeps saying I'm a clout chaser, I was with a man who's a fucking multi-millionaire on his own. He not hanging off nobody's coattails or nobody's family name. And I didn't steal shit. He was my mentor. I went to the studio. I dropped 2 albums, Zach Forever and motherfucking Scumland. on my own, and I worked hard, and I met Maxo Cream for the third time. But this time I met him, guess what? He was at Brian's house, the house that I'm living in, and he asked me like, "Dang," and I told him, "I'm signed by this nigga. This where I stay." So when I met him the first time, when I was managed by Samantha, and he was mad that I was going to parties and shit. But then when I met him the second time and I was homeless, I met him a third time and my shit came to life. Like, nigga, I never gave up. That nigga tried to break me. He didn't break my spirit. He just made me want to outshine his ass. And that's why I know this time. Say that. Hold on, keep talking. My bad.
A question. How did all this transpire between you two this week? Like, what happened? Because this did happen in 2018, right?
Yeah, yes. And I'm gonna add this to it. If I was a cloud chaser, I would have spoke about this in 2018. Let me just say that. And I know you can't say you agree with me because you can't be biased. But the people that are listening, this happened in 2018. If I was a cloud chaser, when all this was popping off, why did I not go live on my Instagram? Why did I not say Pepper's name repeatedly? Why did I not mention Egypt? Why did I not try to fight him and have somebody record it? If I'm a cloud chaser, just answer that. So I just woke up, honestly, Mom, this shit been heavy on my heart, and I've been feeling like this music industry shit, this shit changing. If people check the stats in 2019, 80% of the money made by the music industry came from streams, not hard copies. Albums, CDs, shit like that is going out of sync. And that correlates with me saying that. The reason I say that is because, bruh, your network is everything. I've networked. I worked hard for this shit. I don't understand. I just didn't agree with certain shit. He didn't agree with certain shit. But in my opinion, this nigga's wrong. And ask your question one more time, just so I could.
What happened what happened this week?
Okay, yeah. So, thank you, bro. So, I just woke up with this shit heavy on my heart. And I just felt like I wanted to let these niggas know the real of this industry shit. Like, yeah, you want to be a musician, young nigga. Like, but let me get one, baby. Yeah, you want to be a musician, young buck, young fella, young dog, little blood. But like, do you really want what comes with it? Do you really want the scrutiny? Do you really want to meet men who are going to ask you, like, are you going to fuck for what you going to get? Do you really want to meet motherfuckers who will manipulate you? Do you really want to meet people who are opportunists? That won't even let you shine, but they'll let you shine just so they can drain your light. Dim your motherfucking light. Fuck drain. Dim your motherfucking light. Like,
so you woke up.
I woke up and I spoke and I just felt it. I literally felt it. No clout chasing, no nothing. It was like God was speaking to me. And I saw that he got kicked off the show. Fuck, he quit. He ain't quit. They all out of respect for Egypt and Egypt's legacy and her being great and her mother's legacy. Like, no matter how much Egypt disrespect me, that was once my sister. Like, I was writing music and rapping my verses for her. And she telling me this shit fire. Her mom listening to my songs telling me, Pepper in the flesh listening to her shit, listening to my shit, telling me this shit is next. Like, so off that, I can't disrespect her because you introduced me to my life. Because I'm never gonna quit. I know I'm gonna be somebody. So you introduced me to my shit. Not Sam. He trying to motherfucking use you. So like, I just felt that shit. I truly felt it.
So you heard about him getting kicked off the show or him leaving the show, and it woke and it wanted you to.
I read it and I saw one comment on Twitter. I saw him say, nothing nobody said was true or something like that. He blocked me on Twitter, so I can't go look at the tweets or nothing like that. No wild shit like that. But like, hold on. But like, I saw that he said none of that shit was the truth, and I was tired of watching him lie. I was tired of seeing him lie. I was tired of seeing him try to act innocent and act like he really stand behind Egypt when really he only stand behind her last name. If men could marry women and take their last name, he would be one of the men that would take her last name. That's a fact. I mean that from the heart. He would. Just so he can have Pepper attached to him. He a loser for real. So I woke up and I wanted people to know the truth. That's why I'm glad you reached out to me. And I'm glad I reached back to you. And I'm glad I get to speak my piece. I'm glad that this is my interview. So where you can post this. And no matter what nobody say, or if it ain't me, you can't take, you don't have to take this down, because you could do whatever you want. You don't have to take this down. You don't turn off no comments. Whoever listens, comment. Off the strip of him, I respect growing up hip hop because their whole names like Lil Romeo, Russell Simmons kids, things like that. All motherfuckers I grew up watching and listening to, paving me, preparing me to be this. But him, he an opportunist. He ruined Egypt daughter's image for right now. I would never say forever, because she gonna wake up one day. But he's slowing her down like a motherfucker. Why is Master P son this? Why is Red Run son this? But why is Pepper daughter held back?
Well,
that doesn't make sense to me.
Sam and his father said that she has vocal problems, that she's not able to sing anymore, so she has to rap now.
Fuck her father. Fuck his father. Fuck his father. Because he said when he see me, it's gonna be smoke in the city. So I like off what you said, like you said, I'm gonna speak through my music. But if somebody approach me, I'm gonna whoop that ass. So,
well, the father said, you said if somebody approach you, you're going to do something, allegedly, or whatever. But if nobody approaches you, everything is all good, because the father...
If nobody approaches me, everything is all good. If we in the same vicinity,
everything's all good. Because the father said the father said that, you know, he want everything to come to a peaceful end. Because ultimately... peace is one thing.
Of course, Pop said he want everything to come to a peaceful end, because he know truly I'm not wrong. He know truly this interview is not wrong. He know truly I'm not lying about his son. That's why he was on We TV on the show saying, motherfucker, that Sam cannot come to his family, cannot come to a family cookout and be okay. He was saying his son, if Egypt was his daughter and Sam proposed to her, he would punch him in the face. Why would you say something like that about your son? But then he did
say that, but he also said, and Sam and the father both said that it was editing, and he was saying the old Sam he would have punched in the face, but not the new Sam. And he said the old Sam, the family wouldn't want him to come to their property because he brought nothing but trouble and drama. So, you know,
the old Sam is the new Sam, because there is no new Sam. Sam never changed. The father said when he said the old Sam because he wanted to save face for his son on public TV. Nobody that I would never go out in public and denounce my son. So he's not gonna say if Sam came, I'm gonna punch him in the face. He's gonna say the old Sam, just so that's another manipulation scheme.
Yep,
Straight up.
that's what the father did. The father did say that the beginning of the sentence was edited out, and he said, "The old you, the way you were before, if you came to my door, I would, hit you or whatever." But that's what.
I can believe that because TV is full of shit. So, and that's why I didn't agree to. That's why I didn't go with Sam to be on the show. You know what I'm saying? Like, because when I meet Lil Easy, I want to meet Lil Easy with no TV cameras around. Like, I want to meet Lil Easy and tell this nigga, your father, this is shit. Like, let's hit the studio. Fuck all that camera shit. Fuck all that script shit. Fuck all that improv shit. Like, straight up. But Sam Father did get on live and say, lives. He said, he tried to say like, like Sam took care of me and shit like that. Your son never did that, bro. Stop taking up for your son, bro. You being my elder, because I'm trying to have more respect for my family. I need to stop arguing with my mother. I need to stop arguing with my granny and shit, my family. I got my own differences. You being my elder, I'm not going to get on here and say fuck you and all that, but I am going to tell you, like, watch your mouth when you talk about me. And I am going to tell you, don't ever say nothing like it's going to be smoke and no fucking shit.
Okay, let's not go there. You said that already.
Yeah, that's
because the most important thing is your story. And then how you're going to heal from what happened, because you've been through a lot. To heal from that and to get to where you want to go, because you're grinding. And also giving the message to how the music business is and what you can endure, because, and I would say it's brave for you to just go to California and live in a hostel and then move in with, Sam. And from there, that's brave, that's courage, and that's someone that is determined to succeed. And you keep that energy.
Thank you. And I will make sure I do. So to Sam Father, like, we can't end it on positive vibes, and we don't have to speak no more about it. But let's just leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? If you apologize for the smoking and city, I accept that. Because I don't want violence to come from this. Because honestly, Sam has ties with a family that I fuck with, and I don't want to bring nothing on that. So I leave that alone. But as far as everything else, you know what I'm saying? I never everything he said was a lie, and that's why I just couldn't agree with nothing, and I had to say something. I had to just speak on it. Because I felt like I've been fucking giving the short end of the stick too much to be as creative as I am. I deserve the long end of the stick.
And then
I deserve the awards. Yeah, balls like a motherfucker. But I deserve the Grammys. Like F that Cardi situation isn't how allegedly it was portrayed. You know what I'm saying? Then that's that. But most likely it is. And I moved to LA August 26th with like $60 in my pocket, $120 in my Cashapp that my mom sent me. And by the time I signed with Brian, I had like 3 bands cash, $8,000 in my Cashapp. And that's not exact numbers, but that's just an example. I never let nothing break me, and I never worried about broke. But I had to speak on it because honestly, it wasn't for myself. It's for Egypt too. It's for future musicians, and I want them to know that with this shit, you will meet motherfuckers who you don't agree with. You're going to meet motherfuckers who are conniving, who are deceitful. You're going to meet shiesty motherfuckers. You're going to meet motherfuckers who will see your talent and try to fucking apprehend that shit and hinder you, bro. Like you gonna meet motherfuckers who are intimidated by your shit, but in the same breath, yes, I can say I would rather be a fucking janitor picking up pig shit than be a fucking famous musician. But in the same breath, I can say I'm thankful as fuck for this motherfucking, for this alley that I have, that I can pave the way, and talent that I have, and God-given talent that I have, that I can pave the way for not only my family members who might want to be musicians, but future young people who want to be musicians, and like tell y'all that the fruits of your motherfucking labor, boy, when you hit that mansion party and you beside damn Brazilian and you motherfucking eating hors d'oeuvres that you never had before, you gonna love this shit. So just prepare yourself mentally for the scrutiny. Prepare yourself mentally for the manipulation. Prepare yourself mentally for the bullshit. Prepare yourself for the trials and the tribulations, my young niggas. Like perseverance is key. Know yourself. Know your wealth. Know your brain. Have a brain. When you come, that's your goddamn. That's your key. A brain. My brain is scumbags. It has been tatted on my hand since I was motherfucking 18 years old. Because a girl, I had 2 sleeves at the age of 18. I liked what I liked. I'm from the suburbs. Bowie, Maryland is the suburbs, but I am what I am, and I'm not trying to be nobody or portray shit. I'm gonna be the first to let you know. I will come. People like me will come from the suburbs, and that will be a great one. Meet him. Greet him. He's great. Like Shorty called me a scumbag. I embraced it. I took that insult, and like I've always done, I've overcome a shortcoming, and I took that word and I started the Scumbag Boys, which is my brain, my creation, my invention. My ex-girlfriend, Rico Nasty, was an inspiration. But like, that's another thing that boosted me with Atlantic. She signed to Atlantic. And all things I'm not going to touch on. But like, all of them trying to steer shit and make me do shit that would affect her career, but also boost her, but boost me, but then affect me in a negative light. I denied that shit. That also brought tension in the room. Because, like, I'm in her kitchen, but I stand behind what I stand behind, and I'm me. And I'm going to be the first one to tell these niggas, like, be ready for all of this shit. All of this shit, because this shit is, if this is your life, boy, you better know you are the market. You are selling yourself. You are the brand. You are the foundation. You are the motherfucking link. The money. The money. People try to act like it's wrong when you say you're doing it for the money. Fuck that. I got a great ass talent. My nigga, yes, I'm in this now to get paid for my talent, to entertain people, to go to birthday parties and meet people. But yes, her parents paid me, but motherfucker, like, I'm happy to be here and perform for your daughter. Straight up. Like, I'm like you get paid for your shit. Whether you an actor, dancer, ball player, scholar, say it again? Porn star, mathematician, goddamn subway worker, making sandwiches, baby. Make the best sub ever. They gonna put you on the commercial. Like, that's what, so everything he's saying about, like, I'm using names and shit, never. I use Zachary, because Zachary is, I'm a motherfucking brand, bro. I'm my own legend, bro. I'm me. I'm gonna inspire. When people hear this shit, I'm gonna inspire. And when you try to say, take it off, nigga, fuck no. Sue me for it to get taken off. Because I'm going to sue you. And I'm going to press charges for you pulling that motherfucking gun on me.
Allegedly.
I'm going to press charges on you for allegedly pulling that motherfucking gun and holding twin on your balcony and telling me come upstairs while I'm allegedly walking to get sushi because that's my favorite food. That's the fact.
So
that's the fact.
So
but you feel me? Like, come on, bro.
So
let's bring it all to the forefront.
We have to get to the part of Egypt's birthday party where you met other people. That's what we left off at.
Okay, so Egypt birthday party. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, I know my wrongs, I know my rights. I was drunk as a motherfucker. Allegedly, I was drunk as a motherfucker. Like, so I was having a ball. Like, it was E's party. Like, I'm like, E, shit, 20. Like, we about to go up. Like, girl, we at Pepper House. We about to get crazy. Like, let's go. Like, but bro didn't like. Once again, bro told me my personality was too bright. Like, I need to stop being me. Stop being exactly. Like, he kept telling me like I was too energetic, shit like that. Like, he would tell me, you know, shit like that, like discouraging shit. And of course, I'm secure about myself. I know who I am. I love me, but that will bring insecurity. You know what I'm talking about? And like, yeah. And so at the party, I'm drinking. I'm having a ball. I'm talking about stylists fucking with me. Big stylists fucking with me. Producers fucking with me. Like, I'm hitting it off. Me and Twin, people keep, motherfuckers love pinning one another against each other, especially when you close with somebody. That's the devil. So the devil was talking that night, and the devil got in our ear, and people started pinning one against another, and you know, Twin started like feeling himself, and he started saying shit that I felt he shouldn't have said. So I started feeling myself, and we ended up fighting. But we were brothers. We were best friends. Like, but we were twins. Because we were each other. Like, no bullshit. And we ended up fighting. But we ended up fighting because a motherfucker hyped up that fight. Which is why I say the devil. A motherfucker hyped us up to fight. But he wanted to tell that, but he wanted to tell that bullshit ass story. And another thing, I was so disrespectful, and Pep didn't want me back at the crib without you saying manipulating her, allegedly. You know, Pepper didn't want me back at the crib. Why would she allow me to go back to a penthouse that she paying for to live with her daughter if I'm so disrespectful? 9 times out of 10, she gonna think I'm gonna disrespect her daughter. She gonna think I don't need to be around her family. Why would I still be living with y'all, bro? If I was disrespectful and not allowed at her house, where I went back to several times, allegedly. Come on, my nigga. Start saying shit that makes sense. That's that.
Yeah, I know. That's just one of them situations where it's just it stands out because you're saying that if you were so disrespectful, you was back at Pep's house and everything, but it seems just like the situation between you, Sam, and Egypt and the management situation, it just seems like it was an opportunity that was lost because y'all could have did so much together if it wasn't all this other bull crap. What do you think?
We could have been fucking dynamic. We could have took LA by storm. Took America by storm.
Because you described, like, when you got there, that you was grinding, you was going to clubs, you was making a name for yourself, basically just out there. And the other question is, when you said that, you talked to Egypt and you was telling her, like, you can have a career. I mean, not you can have a career. You can go out, and network and stuff like that. What was her response to you? Did she feel what you were saying? And do you think Sam thought that you was cutting his throat?
If I'm gonna say what her response was to me telling her go to the club and be seen and network and knowing your marketability is key and knowing you have more marketability than the man you are dating that's trying to run everything, I say she never responded with words, but her facial reaction said enough. Her mannerisms said enough. You know what I'm saying?
And like, do you think that he felt like you was trying to cut his throat by telling her that?
I felt like he didn't want me telling her that because he wanted every time he posts something, he always says, the daughter of Pepper or Egypt Chris boyfriend or Pepper's stepson. He always mentioned some way, somehow, Egypt and Pepper. He didn't like that I was waking her up to her own talent because he's so worried about him popping. him blowing up. He's so worried about him having a legacy. When he don't realize he don't even have the personality for a fucking legacy. How can you hold down a legacy if you can't even hold down a conversation? How can you hold down a legacy if you can't even hold down your own appearance? How can you have marketability if you can't even fucking take pictures and motherfucking know yourself? Matter of fact, how can you sell yourself if you don't know yourself? How? You can't. You can't, because you don't even know what you're worth, my nigga. You might be worth $500,000. You might be worth $1 million. But if you don't know yourself, you gonna bite at $25,000. Right or wrong? Yeah. Right. Come on now. But this nigga want to play with my intelligence. That live is not a preview of my intelligence. You know what I'm saying? I was mad. All I saw was red. This nigga talking about he had blood in his ED. We not even gonna touch down on demographics. But I can make calls just like you can make calls allegedly.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna make no calls.
We can really talk about real blood. We can really talk about real shit, because I know real schoolyard. I know real Brems. I know real Damus. I know real Swines. I know real Pyrus. I know real 60s. I know real 30s. I know real 50s. Like.
So what made you not want to be on the show? I just, because most people would. Let me finish. Most people would love to jump to the opportunity of being on a TV show, and you didn't want it.
I can sum that up with the quickness. I'm like I told him, I'm not an actor. I want to act in the future, but I want to establish myself as a musician first. I don't want to be seen as a personality. I want to be seen as a musician, as an icon, as a talented individual, as a fucking creator, an innovator, a motherfucker who captivates through words, a poet. I want to be seen as that first. I want people to respect my music and then respect my appearance.
Okay.
If I'm going to appear on your show, let them know my catalog first. God damn it. Let me get some videos. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to argue with nobody. I'm not about to comment on some bullshit that I don't know nothing about, because I never met Pepper and them. I'm new to this family. So I'm not about to be on the show when I'm new to the family. I'm a young blood, bro. I'm a new blood, right? I'm new, bro. I'm not about to bite on this. I felt like that was a test, not from him, but from God. I wasn't thirsty for that opportunity. I appreciate him and I'm humbled by it. And I love that he felt like my personality needed to be seen on a public platform. But bro, I humbly declined your offer. And he couldn't appreciate that, because he was mad that I wasn't a clout chaser. Because he was at odds with everybody that lived in his house, because he would constantly say they are clout chasers. He saw something that he was. He saw something that he wanted, that he yearned to be. He was mad that I was not a clout chaser. He was mad that I didn't know Egypt at first. He was mad that I did not know a single line from the show that he was on. He was mad that I did not know him. But in the beginning, of course, he gonna play it like he motherfucking happy that I'm like that. He happy that I don't know who motherfucking Tinashe is until I move in with Brian and she my neighbor walking her dog, and I'm like, oh shit, that's Tinashe. He mad that I don't know that shit. He mad that all I know is Zachary, because all I know is Zachary needs a legacy, because Zachary's mother has lupus, because Zachary's brothers are in a frat house, but Zachary's brothers can sing his ass off and rap his ass off and make music, because I know Zachary motherfucker has a shorty, because I know Zachary wants marriage, a motherfucking dog, a crib, a brand, a corporate, a family, plethora of kids. Because I know Zachary 24, but I done did everything that if Zachary was signed at 18 would have done. I did that at 18. So I'm 24. This shit don't excite me. You don't excite me. Your name don't excite me. It don't do nothing but make me want to have my own name that can complement your name. He didn't like that. He don't like nobody that wants to compliment what he has. He want motherfuckers that want to work for him or leech off that shit so he can have leverage over somebody.
Now, from your perspective, from your point of view of what you witnessed living and staying in the house, with Sam in Egypt in 2018, how would you say the dynamics of Sam and Egypt relationship is, from your point of view? of what you saw with your natural God-given eyes.
I can't even comment on it because I never saw enough of it because we keep Egypt so locked away. But the one thing I will say is, bro, we used to walk around the house talking about Egypt just ate his ass.
Allegedly. Allegedly. Oh, Lord.
Bro would allegedly walk around.
Don't even say it again, please.
Okay, I'm not. Bro would allegedly do that. And bro would allegedly walk around, just saying. But he would never say nothing that proved he loved this woman, but he would always say something that proved he saw her as an accessory, which is what we would always try to wake her up to, allegedly. And I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't know the way that he loved her or she loved him. I don't know how they spoke behind closed doors. I don't know how they convos went, but I know that from what I saw, he saw this. He's an opportunist. He saw this shit as we need to look up to him and be mesmerized at what the fuck is going on and want to be him. And really, he's nobody to look up to.
And also, Sam mentioned and his father did mention, and you did say that you was paying rent, there. But both of them, Sam and the father, did say that, they had to pay rent. Like Pep didn't pay the bills, that she made them pay rent, and therefore that they made you pay rent. But you're saying that didn't happen.
From what I know, he never paid nothing.
Okay.
And allegedly, from my perspective, he never said nothing about us paying. All he said was him managing us and us taking this guap and making a legacy and a name for ourselves and being what we are, which is young guy Tom.
So he never told you guys to pay any bills, because he said that you were staying at the hostel paying paying $100 and something. He was like, "Oh, once you take that bread and pay rent here, and you can be here and work." That's what he said.
To my brothers that used to live with us in the house, he told us he made y'all pay because y'all were the opportunists, y'all were the clout chasers. Allegedly, y'all were the leeches.
Okay, allegedly.
He told us that, allegedly told us that blah, blah, blah. And he told us that he saw something in me, Zilla, and Twin, and we were going to bring a name to the house. We even toasted to it. He was banking on us signing with Atlantic, but now he want to downplay him pushing an Atlantic narrative. With all respect to Atlantic Records, because you know what I'm saying, blackballing ain't me. I'm not trying to be blackballed. I'm trying to make
because you got it. You learned something while you was there too as well. Recording in a huge studio with a lot of famous people have recorded at. Just looking at the equipment and all that other stuff, you did learn a lot while you was there. And it's unfortunately that things they didn't put you guys up. That was it, especially if you're doing 4 to 5 songs a day. Like I said, that's just like what Tupac did when he got, I got to make this money back. I got to pay Suge this $1 million, Blase and the third. And you were on that quest. But you also said that you met a man that changed your life, which was your manager.
Yeah, Brian Shapiro.
Okay.
I love that man. I go to war for that old man. That's my dog. Brian, you already know, nigga, he's my pops, nigga. That's my brother, my pops, my mentor. That's the man who started everything, jump-started everything.
Is there anything that you would change about the situation with, meeting up with Sam in Egypt? Is there anything that you would change or anything that you regret about the situation other than something that is physical?
Only thing I regret is ever meeting him. I wish I never met him. I wish I could have just met Brian straight from the jump. Wow. And I wish I could have did things a little more proper, a little better, a little more structured. That's the only thing I regret is ever meeting this man, ever seeing his face, knowing who he is. I regret it, and I live with no regrets. By the way.
Okay.
But
yeah.
I despise it. I dislike it. If I could change anything, it would be meeting him.
So, to go back to emphasize on this that we talked about a few minutes ago, when you saw the the post on Twitter of him leaving the show, and he said something about lies. It just made it conjured something inside of you to want to speak up, right? Is that what I'm getting?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Is there anything else you would like to say?
Shit. Y'all can follow me on Instagram. Mama gonna put my name on there. How to spell it right? ZACHKARY. My Instagram name is Fuck As You Talk About. My Twitter name is Oh My God is Zach OMGITS ZACHK. I have 2 albums that I debuted. One album I debuted, it was my debut album. It's called Zach Forever. It's the album I made when I was signed to Token Music. Shout out Brian Shapiro once again. And then I have another album that I made called Scumland that I made as the Scumbag Boys. But after 29 had I fallen out, it became Zach. It's an album by me featuring Frico. I would like to say, like, you know, whoever still want to go against me, I appreciate you too, because you took the time to listen to me. And whoever knows the truth from the false, allegedly, whatever the fuck, I appreciate you. And what I really want to say is, Mary Jane, I appreciate you. Mama, you the shit.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you, coming on to the show. I appreciate the interview too as well. And I appreciate you being candid. And then also, even though there's a little squabble going on, you still have a message of positivity to the people that are in the same shoes as you, or that are going to be trying to get into the shoes that you are in.
Most definitely. You did.
Appreciate it. Bless you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And you have a wonderful night. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you and everybody that's listening. Y'all have a good night, good day. When y'all see this shit a week from now, have a good week. You dig what I'm talking about? I love all y'all, and hopefully I can make new fans. And to my new fans, it's gonna be a long ride, baby. Like, the summer is ours. Just know I'm linking with some good people. Shout out Benjamin Bacardi. Shout out Josie. Shout out Bad Neighbors. Shout out Sophia Lux. Shout out my dog right here, motherfucking Dom. The Don. You dig what I'm talking about? God damn it. And matter of fact, I'm no longer the Scumbag Boys. The Scumbag Boys is now the brand. It's like the label and shit. But I have a group, a duo. We're about to start. We're about to pop off. Our album is coming this spring. We are a group named 44. It's the number 4, OURTY, and then it's the number 4, OUR. But it's one word, 40 fucking 4. And he right here beside me, the Don himself.
Starting something new. Let me tell you something. This guy right here, Zachary, one of the most motivational people I know. He motivates me and just he gets me doing what I got to do right. And I hope he's doing the same for everyone.
We about to make magic, and I'm happy y'all could be here for the ride. And me and Mary Jane, we're gonna stay linked. You know what I'm talking about? That's the tag right there. Me and Mary Jane. Mary Jane, listening to Mary Jane live. And motherfucking, I hope y'all have a great night.
Amen.
I'm Zachary, the creator of the Scumbag Boys, the 24-year-old from Bowie, motherfucking Maryland. Shout out Sales, by the way. That if y'all ever heard of D Savage, that's his motherfucking bro. Shout out Fat Rob, my motherfucking Bloods out LA. I love y'all niggas. Y'all niggas motivate me all the time. Y'all kept me strong through everything. Shout out Brian Shapiro for giving me the boost start, no matter how it turned out. You know what I'm talking about? You were the first deal I signed, and through that deal, I'm here now getting this interview. So with the views, I want y'all to know it doesn't go in vain, baby. Y'all are part of the ride, and the shows are to come. I'm working on the tour. I'm working on the album. Album about to come. I'm laying back in LA very soon. When I land in LA, we going up. I'm working on a new manager. It's a wrap. And I appreciate you, Mary Jane. I'm gonna keep you in the loop. I'm gonna send you all this shit. We gonna always stay in the loop so people can stay connected. And y'all need to stay connected with Mary Jane because she know all this shit about the culture. You dig what I'm talking about? She know everything that's going on with everything that needs to be going on, that needs to be spoken about. She gonna speak on it. And that's that on that. And to the young musicians that's about to come, just, nigga, make sure your motherfucking vocabulary don't sound like you always drunk even when you sober. Your articulation is key. And especially if you had a face tat, because I know that y'all think that shit is fire. Stop getting them damn face tats, nigga. But do you at the same time? You dig what I'm saying? But, like, understand that with them face tats, know your shit, be intelligent, be articulate, be able to present yourself, but behind those doors, you could be whoever the fuck you truly are. But when it's time to do like this, take heed of what you done seen me do. Switch it all up. Don't show the anger, none of that. Show the real you and motherfucking shine, my nigga. Because that's all that's gonna show. The real will prevail. You dig what I'm saying? We in a time where bitch niggas and lame niggas are just at an all-time high and they are succeeding. Real niggas collide, real niggas collaborate, and everybody stop that hate and shit. That's all I need to say. And Mary, when I land in LA, we're gonna do the first interview. After I'm working on a lot of shit. I'm not gonna say too much, but the next motherfucking deal, when shit pop, we gonna debut the song or something. But we gonna do something. You know
Okay, sounds good. We would love to hear, because one thing is people would love to see progress and see the grind, and that's what we would like to see, the progress and the grind, and also just to see you pull and do what you got to do to take care of yours, because you are trying to, and you will create a brand for yourself, and always think that every move you make, I'm branding myself too as well, just to keep the negativity out, because man, people will bring you down quickness in a hurry, you won't even know.
I dig that all the way, and I appreciate your words, truly. I cherish that shit. And don't worry, I'm gonna keep a level head. I'm prepared for everything I need to be prepared for. Be ready for the 44 album. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna call that bitch on the 44th. On the 44th. Understand that? Know that? The East Coast just came out of me when I said them words. But, like, on the 44th. Because on the 44th day, y'all gonna see something that'll take you away. Alright? You big. I'm Zachary. Thank y'all for listening. Mary Jane, you stay fly. You stay lovely and you stay beautiful, mama.
Peace to you and your family. And peace.
Thank you.
Peace.